Does Tyler Reddick already have the championship in the bags? Is High Limit becoming the premier sprint car touring series in the country? And what kind of madness will we see at Talladega this week? All that on this week's episode. Welcome in, everybody, to ZB's Horsepower Talk. As always, I'm ZB, Zach Brown. Joining with me is former 410 Sprint Car crew chief mechanic, my dad, Jeff Brown. Lots of wild stuff that's been happening, and a lot of, we're back into conspiracies again. So that's all kicked off in NASCAR and all this stuff. Make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe anywhere you get you watch this podcast, whether it's Spotify, YouTube, and TikTok, and, of course, follow the page on Facebook. Kansas is still a good racetrack. I'm going to still say that Kansas is a really good racetrack, except the Cup Series where nothing ever happens anymore. Apparently, there's no more cautions. There's unless it benefits a certain Toyota driver. I'm not going to get into that after I just did. The reason why I still think Kansas is a really good track because the O'Reilly Series has shown that it's been a really good racetrack. I mean, the restarts were really good at Kansas too. It's just the Cup Series has been becoming more and more boring, and it's less and less appealing to everybody each and every week. Especially, I mean, of course, when the same driver wins, and people say, well, Larson won 10 races in the year he won the championship, yada yada yada. Yeah, but I think it's a little bit different this year because of what happened in the offseason, and that's kind of just sparking off a lot of things. O'Reilly Series has been fantastic this year. Those cars are great race cars, and they're different, but they are more or less pretty much equal every week. And I mean, for the most part, there's a lot of races where JRM just whips everybody.
Yeah, but there's been a number of drivers that have been contending for the win. There's a lot of those races you didn't know who was going to win till right at the end. So it's the racing's been good, and that's just because heavier car on a smaller tire, it just makes better racing. And add the fact that most of them are a bunch of squirrel bags and have a bunch of cautions, and cautions make it exciting. NASCAR's really got it. Not one caution until 2 laps to go, and Cody Ware mysteriously spins out, which everybody's like, "Oh, that's for Toyota." He was a Chevy driver. If anything, that was a caution for Larson to have a shot at a restart.
I've just never seen anybody mow down Larson like Reddick did on that final start, on the final lap.
It looked like he had 100 more horsepower, but Larson said he came off the corner and he said it was just in a dead plow. And the only way to make that car turn is you have to get off the gas. So you do that, it kills your momentum. Yeah, it can look like you have 100 extra horsepower.
Yeah, and Larson,
they only have 50.
Yeah, Larson didn't really have anywhere he could go, whether it was high or low. It wouldn't have mattered. Reddick was hooked up on both lines. It didn't make a difference. It's just the Toyotas clearly have something figured out on mile and a halfs on a lot of tracks, really. And I said this last week that I expected Toyota to have another strong performance, and I think you're going to see. And you see certain manufacturers, like it's happened in the past before, whether Ford's dominated the beginning or Chevy, the fall off, or I guess everybody else catches up right around All-Star Weekend. And then once that starts happening, the hot summer, the Coke 600 is a big momentum builder, a great equalizer, I think. This weekend's a crapshoot. It's Talladega, so literally anything can happen. But it's going to be the Fuel Saver 499 is what everybody's been calling it. And just riding around at half throttle. Again, you're going to see better O'Reilly racing. It's unfortunate what they become on Talladega, but we'll discuss that in a second. I don't know what's happening right behind me. I apparently she's bowling right now, and I don't know what is happening. Lost train of thought. There that goes.
That's just funny.
And now she's singing. Yep. Don't know. Yep. All right. So what I started last week was this segment. I'm going to try to concentrate. But it's a hot laps. So it's hottest takes, and it's kind of, I guess, good questions to open up for everybody. So this one pertains to NASCAR, and we'll do the other hot take later. But is Tyler Reddick already a lock for the championship this year? A lock? No, because you still got the chase. You've got all of that.
Right now, is he a favorite?
100% the favorite.
Yeah.
And bowling balls are flying everywhere right now.
And like you said, that you're going to see Hendricks catch up. I mean, he's really the only Chevy that's going to catch up.
I mean,
you're probably going to see. I mean, I wouldn't say Penske's really behind. I mean,
I still think Hocevar is going to get a win this year. I think Hocevar is a contender.
I think he has a better chance of getting a win than anyone from Trackhouse.
But Penske's got to win this year. That's the only other non-Toyota.
You got Ryan Blaney can seem to run with anybody, and right now you got Chase and
Joey Logano's not going to stay quiet long. I mean, we've seen in the past where he's had the first half of the season where it's been terrible, then he goes on a run and ends up winning a dang championship. So it wouldn't shock me if you see Joey get better, but they're as an organization, they're going to have to be more consistent. Hendrick's been consistent. They've been up there running top fives, top tens.
Yeah,
it's just the Toyotas just outrun them. Yeah, they and I guess Michael Jordan's the good luck charm. Let's just end it right there. That's all we're going to say about that. Not the whole. We are talking about conspiracies. People could. The old timers are not happy right now with NASCAR. What? I don't know what I have one. I am helping with Play-Doh as we speak. Some dude with a mustache. Hey. If I give you this, will you leave me alone for a second? Hey, he's sleeping. Don't you want to sleep? No. Okay.
What was dead?
Could I edit this out? Yeah, but you know what? This is entertaining.
Yeah.
I think. Thank God we don't have a guest this week. Here. All right. Yeah, and like I said, I've called it. I think All-Star Weekend going into Coke 600, that's going to I think that's going to be where kind of things start turning, and that's when it gets hot. And I think that's where you'll see more talented drivers do well. Obviously, you have to have good race cars because Kyle Busch sucks. So, and he's a good race car driver. That team's just horrible.
Yeah.
The working
says they're that close. So.
The working theory is that he might be going to the 48 next year, and there's a whole feud right now between Denny and Kyle, and Denny was saying something.
What? Denny said nothing wrong.
Kyle was like, you switch cars with me for this weekend and see how you drive.
Well, Denny didn't say that. I mean,
no. Kyle Busch said that.
He didn't say
Kyle Busch said that.
He just says they're not fast, and it's true. Thought he knew.
I think that pretty much does it for that. We'll finish off with the hot laps, hot takes at the end when I talk about sprint cars, which I kind of previewed in the beginning of this. Let's get into Talladega. Talk about Talladega. This is still, we're going to talk about it every year. Probably I'd say it's the best tailgate experience we had. I say it's a little bit better than Indy. It was, I think, because Indy gets cut short because it starts at noon.
You know what? We had a bunch of rain. So
yeah, and we also didn't grill a Chuck E. Cheese pizza at Indy. So
hamburgers with goat cheese.
Talladega, the atmosphere it brings back to like the good old days of NASCAR. Even though the racing's still not what it was, when you're actually there, it does put on way better racing. Very likely this will be one of the few sellout crowds that they had this year. The crowds have just been poor. The ratings have been poor. I mean, I've been saying they're kind of in a decline right now. Everybody's getting fed up with the same announcers. Everybody's getting fed up with the same people winning. It's one of those where once other people start winning and probably other broadcasts start happening, you'll see ratings go back up. I guarantee once they go on Prime and
Well,
Junior's one of the announcers,
yeah,
those
that
numbers are
makes
going
a
to be
big
way
difference.
better.
But here's the thing:
I can almost guarantee Prime numbers are going to be way better than the Fox.
people are tuning in. They want to see. They want to see hard racing. They want to see crashes, like it or not. They want to see crashes. Heads up, you're going to see some this week.
Maybe.
But,
I mean,
the cars just they don't break down. The drivers, for the most part, are just too good.
I know damn well you'll see some wrecks in the O'Reilly series because
Yeah.
Natalie Decker's racing. There's at least going to be one caution. My bad.
So they let her drive, but not Cletus McFarland. So
yeah, we've always said it. Who brings the money? Shout out real quick for Talladega. The ARCA series is racing there. I don't know if you saw, but Caleb Costner is putting on his owner's hat and having a new driver in for this weekend. I forgot her name.
yeah,
but she's made that car. It looks really, really good, and I'm hoping they find. They've been pretty solid at Talladega. They've had random stupid things happen at their races, whether it's a tire blown. What was it last time? I think something broke in the rear last time. Just series of unfortunate events that have happened for him, and apparently it's not on this one. It's on.
it's
I just saw it, and
yeah, I know it was on his Facebook. It's funny it's not on his website. Allie Owens.
Yeah, that's what it is. I
driving
might have to reach out. I might reach out to her, see if we can get her on after the Talladega race.
The Bighorn Outdoors looks like it's a Chevy.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean,
Yeah,
she's racing the 93, and hopefully
purple and white. Well, white and purple.
Yeah, hopefully she does well. I might try to see if we can get her on after Talladega and get her thoughts and everything on how all that went. Are Truck Series racing at Talladega? I
don't know.
They are not.
They changed that whole thing up.
No, it's just the O'Reilly.
Usually, if it's ARCA, it's probably not trucks.
Yeah. Should be interesting. Might as well get to what everybody really loves to watch is our NASCAR fantasy, and I'm done showing the standings because each and every week it gets worse and worse. It seems for us, and she's not quite at 100.
We did win.
Well, it doesn't come any closer because she's still already 50-point lead.
We caught 7 points on her.
Yeah, we tied. You and I tied last week. I mean, out of us, all four of the three of us are dominating in the league, I guess. But it's you and I are close. We're 6 apart, and then Mom somehow got a 51-point lead. Yeah. She'll pick like some random dude like JJ Yaley or something this week, and he'll do well. Just random stuff like that. But let's get into our lineups. Talk about our lineups and give our race picks for Talladega. So I will give you the pleasure of going first since you are beating me in the standings.
Okay, hang on here 1 second. There we go. So this week, I'm going heavy on Ford. They just work together on these super speedways. So my starters, I have Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, Chris Buescher, Ryan Preece. Had to throw a Chevy in here. We got Austin Dillon. Somehow he always managed to pull a horseshoe out of his ass on these tracks and finish well. I got Bubba Wallace in my garage. He's always a good, super speedway racer. In the matchups, I have Ryan Preece over Daniel Suarez, Tyler Reddick over Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric over Joey Logano. That was a tough one. I don't know how you really pick that one. And I do have Chris Buescher over Bubba Wallace on that one.
All right, let's go into mine. Some similar stuff. I'm going.
I had to swap out all the really good drivers.
Yeah, I've got to stay off of like the heavy favorites for other tracks. So a lot of ones I haven't picked this year. So I'm with you. I've got quite a bit of Ford in here. I've got Austin Cindric, Brad Keselowski, Bubba Wallace, Ricky Stenhouse, who is a very underrated restricted
I was tossed between him and Dylan.
Todd Gilliland, he's very underrated on these two. That Front Row Motorsports, they're pretty solid.
They always bring a good piece.
They're pretty solid there. And I've also got Chris Buescher in the garage. I think RFK will do well.
I do too.
So I got him just nothing will crash until stage 3, and it'll make me get optimistic. Like, all right, I got a good lineup, and then somebody crashes.
Yeah,
at the beginning
right after we adjust our garage.
Yeah, that's how it
always.
Always, every single time. So the matchups, I have Ryan Preece over Suarez. I think the Ford, specifically RFK, will be really solid in this race. Tyler Reddick and Ryan Blaney. I'm going to go with Ryan Blaney again. I like the Fords in this. Ryan Blaney's really good at Talladega. He's got a knack for it. Austin Cindric and over Joey Logano. Logano he hasn't had the luck and speed this year, and Cindric's surprising on these drafting tracks. And Bubba Wallace I have as the hometown favorite over Chris Buescher. Now let's give a race picks for Talladega. So who do you got to win there?
You probably should have won it last week, but I got Denny Hamlin on this one.
And
I didn't ask Mom Ellen what she's got.
See, a lot of people were already commenting. They're like, we need Mom to pick more every week. That's already been one because she's been pretty spot on a lot of them. I'm going with someone who hasn't won this year, someone no one really expected to get wins this year, but it is Talladega. I like to throw some things out there. Why not? Let's have a little bit of fun with it. He's also on the poster for preview in Talladega this week. Very randomly, conspiracies once again. I have Austin Cindric to win at Talladega. Ford, Penske, I like it at Talladega.
That wouldn't be a big shocker if Austin Cindric wins this.
Nope, and it's also going to feed the conspiracy of every time NASCAR puts a graphic up that it is a whole thing that they've already chosen the winner. So you know what? There we go.
But one thing on Talladega, NASCAR changed the stages. The longest stage is going to be stage 1, so they're trying to keep people from
saving fuel.
Save at least the last 2 stages. They're only going to be 60 laps, so they're hopefully.
Well, we said just get rid of the damn stages.
Yeah, or randomly just put it in randomly where you don't know what it's going to be, and
it's something. Last thing NHRA is this week. Hey, who won Long Beach and Indy, by the way?
Didn't see it.
It's so poorly broadcasted and previewed. You know, it's a quick Google thing. I didn't get to see Long Beach. Takes me 5 seconds.
Long Beach results.
Take a guess.
Oh, Alex Palou.
Yep. Okay.
I saw it earlier.
He didn't lead all. He didn't lead them. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got some food if everybody's wondering.
Okay, good job. Play-Doh food.
My bad. Felix Rosenquist actually led the most laps.
I flipped it through a couple times, and he was leading every time.
Well, thank you. I'm not eating it right. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, okay. Thank you. That's my coffee.
Probably tastes like the cake we had on the cruise.
All right. So 4Y Nationals are also this week for NHRA. Not Nationals. So 4Y at ZMAX. They might be called the Nationals. But that's expected to be really cool. Hopefully I can get by there and see what's all up going on at ZMAX. I'm working
that's always
weekend,
neat.
so try to stop by a little bit. I'm working night shifts, so the only chance I'd really have to see anything. I don't think they have any nighttime on Friday, but I think Saturday night they might do some nighttime stuff, so I might go over there if I get the opportunity. You have a badge and a gun, kind of go anywhere you want in your district, so it's kind of and being supervisor, it's kind of gives us benefits. The high limit and World of Outlaws. World of Outlaws, I want to touch on real quick because they are racing at Knoxville this week. And this is kind of that preview type, sort of get some practice in for the Nationals. It's
Knoxville's
not the same,
one of those tracks is you got to run it enough to really get the routine down or the
and you'll see a lot of
words not coming to my mouth, but
So momentum is a big thing. Confidence is a lot of things going into. Iowa in April and Iowa in August, completely different weather. So that for the setups there, it will be different. But as a mental standpoint, to know that you can actually get it done at Knoxville, this is a great test to what you've got to do. How you can? I just see that someone doing something in the background there. I don't. Yep, there's a blanket flying. Uh, you've got to again. You've got to get that. Take those opportunities as you can get them. I expect Ryan Timms, the defending winner, to be there this weekend. I don't think High Limits Racing this week. I think they worked it out where they can all those drivers can go to Knoxville, get that necessary laps in. I hope I sound right because it seems like it'd be a good idea for them to do.
Grab the High Limits schedule.
I wish they worked it where
they don't. No, they race in Texas.
Oh, this weekend?
Thursday, April 30th in Texas, and then Saturday, May 2nd in Fort Worth. So.
Okay, so they can. So they have Friday and Saturday that they allow those drivers to race in Knoxville.
No, they race Saturday here in Texas.
Saturday, May 2nd is next week. This week is April. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Point withdrawn.
So they don't. Yeah.
So they don't race again until next Thursday.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought they got the opportunity to race at Knoxville this week to get some laps in and get some. So you'll see some good car numbers there. Looking forward to that. Look, we're going to really analyze it a lot to kind of get what we can expect when we go to Knoxville. Kind of get a feel of what drivers feel comfortable in their cars and which ones might struggle more than others, ones that you don't really expect to struggle. You're all right. Yeah, it's fine. Just water. Burning. Everything's burning. All right. Yep, there's sibling rivalry behind me. All right. The last the last hot lap I have for the hot takes in motorsports is this one. I can't find it. Will High Limit overtake the World of Outlaws of the Premier Touring Series in sprint car racing? The reason I have this on there is the fact that I just saw the viewing numbers from this year's FS1. They don't have yesterday's viewership in, but the earlier FS1 this year and last year's FS1. So between FS1 and Flow Sports, it has upward of 200,000 viewers at those races. Those are middle of the week races, nothing crazy, not big races, nothing like that. Not Knoxville Nationals, clearly, and they still put up those type of numbers. World of Outlaws at their peak races, that's including Knoxville, Kings Royal, World 100, if you want to count the late models, they have around 170 to 200,000 viewers as the cap. When High Limit only does this every so often and it puts up these numbers like this, it makes me think, yeah, it's definitely got the potential to become the premier touring series because they are doing the right things with media coverage, media rights, streaming platforms, which ones to do. They're doing, and Larson Brett's, we kind of got an idea how to do things with that. The marketing is way better in High Limit. I'm going to argue the racing's been better in High Limit. They've been, sprint car racing as a whole is great. And I'm nitpicking on which is great or not. But with the exposure that High Limit's giving to just regular viewing audiences, and I've said this, not everybody has FS1, but if randomly people have FS1, they tune into it. Dang, they see it. That's something new. It's something different. And again, NASCAR's kind of in a plummeting rates right now, and High Limit's on the track going up. That plays a big part into it. And you have the option of doing Flow or FS1, and I like you have the option of doing both of those.
And they usually have like through the qualifying on free on YouTube.
Yeah,
and you can get a free taste of it. And I'm going to say more people probably have Flow than they have Dirt Vision.
Well, yeah, because Flow you don't just get racing with Flow. You get Flow wrestling, you get Flow cricket, I'm assuming, everything.
Yeah,
There were so many sports there, and with the racing, they put Millbridge on. Millbridge could fit in my backyard. I mean, they have every type of dirt track you can think of, every type of asphalt track you can think of, local tracks. They throw that out there, and it's there for everybody's exposure. And Highland is taking advantage of that, and they're doing the right thing because it's clearly showing it, and the viewership it's working.
Well, the Outlaws just relied on them being the biggest and best for so many years. So they, now they got a little competition. They're going to have to probably adjust the way they do things. I think Highlands kind of need how they spin the wheel for the for the DAC rather than just pulling a pill. At least it gives it a little bit of anticipation. Or
they have the choose rule too. They could choose which lane you want to restart in. They've done a bunch of innovative things at these races, and it's really cool to see. And while still keeping that feel of a just small town dirt race, which has been awesome to see. This is where the All-Star Series failed because they could not just get that marketing out there. That's why now they're slowly coming back, but it's not the same. High Limit's already taken over all of that type of coverage. I couldn't tell you who races in the All-Star right now.
I don't know. It's going to be mostly Ohio, probably Indiana sprint teams.
Larson and Sweet took a big swing, and it's definitely succeeding. And I expect them just nothing but more and more success coming up. Now, I think that does it. Just make sure everybody you follow Spotify, YouTube, TikTok as well. You got new episodes every Friday, daily content on the TikTok page. This is the TikTok account right here. At ZB Horsepower. Check all that stuff out. Funny memes also come out. Good discussion topics. So everybody go check all of that out. We will see you guys next Friday. We'll see what happens this week in Knoxville, specifically for sprint car racing. Looking forward to how all that shakes up. And, real quick, big shout out to the Mad Dog, Kerry Madsen. How about that getting his first major touring win? I think it was in 8 years.
Was it 8 years?
Yeah, it was.
At no point did I realize he was actually 55 years old. So
and he raced
to him.
And he raced the 55, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So really awesome to see him get back in victory lane. That was pretty cool to see. So just a quick shout out there. I think that happened last weekend or something, but that was cool to see. But we'll see everybody on Friday when maybe the kids, or next Friday when the kids won't be destroying everything on that episode. So see you then.
Bye, everybody.